In 1943, the Allies needed to fool Hitler about where they'd invade Europe. Their plan: dress up a dead body, fill its pockets with fake secrets, and float it toward enemy hands. It sounds insane. It worked, and it may have saved tens of thousands of lives. By 1943, the Allies had beaten the Germans in North Africa and were ready to strike at Europe. The obvious next step was Sicily, the island's stepping stone into Italy. Obvious to the Allies, and obvious to the Germans, too. As Churchill reportedly put it, anybody but a fool would know it was Sicily. So, the Allies faced a brutal problem. How do you attack the one place your enemy is certain you're coming without being slaughtered on the beaches? The answer was to make Hitler certain of something else entirely. The scheme was hatched by British intelligence, including a naval officer named Ewen Montagu and an eccentric colleague, Charles Cholmondeley. Their idea was audacious. They would obtain a dead body, dress it as a British officer, and plant on it top-secret documents revealing Allied invasion plans. Plans pointing not at Sicily, but at Greece and Sardinia. Then they'd release the corpse off the coast of Spain, a country officially neutral but riddled with German intelligence, and let the enemy discover it. The genius was in the details. A fake officer wouldn't fool anyone, so they built an entire man. They named him Major William Martin and gave him a life. Into his pockets went theatre ticket stubs, a bus ticket, a bill from a London club, a stern letter from his bank about an overdraft. They invented a fiancée called Pam, complete with love letters and a photograph, and even a receipt for an engagement ring. Every scrap was designed so that when the Germans searched him, they'd find not a plant, but a person. The body was placed in a sealed container, packed with dry ice, transported by submarine, and released into the sea off the Spanish coast in April 1943, with a briefcase of forged documents attached. The tide carried him in, exactly as hoped. He was found by a local fisherman, and the papers made their way into the hands of Spanish officials and, as the British had gambled, straight into the hands of German intelligence. The Germans studied the documents and believed them. The intelligence climbed all the way to the top, and Hitler himself was convinced. German forces were shifted to defend Greece and Sardinia. Reinforcements, aircraft, and even elite units were redirected away from the real target. So when the Allies stormed the beaches of Sicily in July 1943, the island was far less defended than it should have been. Even after the landings began, some German commanders reportedly still suspected Sicily was a diversion, a hesitation that cost them dearly. And there's a poignant footnote. For decades, the identity of the body was a closely guarded secret. Researchers now widely believe he was a homeless Welshman named Glyndwr Michael, a man who died in obscurity and poverty, unknown and unmourned. In death, he was given a false name, a false love, and a false life, and became one of the most important men of the war. Operation Mincemeat is one of the boldest deceptions ever pulled off. A war turned by a corpse, a briefcase, and a fake fiancée named Pam. Sometimes, history's greatest weapon isn't a bomb. It's a good story, told convincingly enough.